In this video, I'm going to show you how to choose the right Squarespace template for your web design project. If you are DIYing, this is really the place where it all starts, and it's important to make good choices early. I have a different take than some of the ones you'll see online, and I'll explain why. If we haven't met, I'm Christy Price. I'm a Squarespace expert and educator, and I have a free Squarespace pre-launch checklist. So if you're working on a Squarespace website, I'll drop a link below so you can grab it. All right, I'm here at squarespace.com, and if you are ready to start building your website, going to hit get started. And then Squarespace is going to ask you some questions. They're going to tailor content and advice to your site's needs, or you can click I'm just browsing. I prefer I'm just browsing because we have all the categories over here that we need anyway, and then I can see everything at a glance. Now, there is an option to build with Blueprint AI, but if you are a DIYer, I really think choosing one of these templates is an easier way to get started. There's just more there for you to work with. Now, a lot of folks will give you advice and say, look for the colors and the fonts that you want and choose that. I'm going to tell you the opposite. Colors and fonts are so easy to change on Squarespace. And if you stick around, once we choose a template, I'm going to show you just how easy that is. But what I want you to do is think about how you're going to be using the website. Because as a DIYer, I think one of the most challenging aspects is creating the flow of the site, creating the sections, styling them so they look right. So if we choose a template that is in the right arena for your business or what you're trying to accomplish with your website, we're going to cut down on that work a lot and just make your life so much easier. All right, let's look at the types over here. Now, if you are starting an online store, click this one and it's going to give you recommendations specific for that. If you are doing a portfolio website, start here, click portfolio, and it's going to give you options for that as well. These are all built with the portfolio collection in Squarespace. That's a really nice way to display your work portfolio. If it's a blog heavy website, then start here. And there are some really lovely options. If you are a blogger and this is where you're going to be putting all of your posts, I have some favorites here, and you'll see some of these we've seen in other categories too. Just because they're in one doesn't mean they're not in another. And of course, one-page sites, if you just want a simple landing page, one-page site to get started, you can do that too. Now, let's take a look at one of these templates. Let's say that you are a service provider. I'm going to click on that here. Let's dive in and I'll show you what to look for once you are inside these templates. So I'm going to click on Klipsan. It's shown up a lot for us. And before I get started, I'm going to click View Demo Site. So it's going to let me explore this site as if it were a real website. And I want to scroll down and just think about what my goals are for my website. So Klipsan, it's a nice hero image with one sentence here that really punches home your message. Then we've got what you are, your differentiator, some great imagery, more things about what you offer. So for example, if you're a service provider, this could be what you offer. Maybe you're a web designer, Squarespace web design. Here, what makes you different? Put that here, put some portfolio images here, and then maybe talk about your services. And then schedule a visit, get in touch. And a quote, testimonial, or maybe a mission statement from you. Location, images, this could be an Instagram feed if you wanted. Email, marketing, support, contact, and your social links. This looks pretty good. We've got some other pages here. So let's go in and we've got classes overview. This could be your services overview if you were a service provider. Book a class. This could be book a call. So you could offer a free consult, a 1-hour coaching session. Instructors, this could be about you. So instead of having all of these instructors, it could just be just you, more about you. For a one-person business, I don't love this layout, so we would want to look at some other options. Locations, where are you? has a shop connected that you could choose to keep or remove. And then join our gym takes you to these subscription options. So this looks like a great template if you're somebody who is providing a service that somebody's going to take action on and maybe become a member. If you have member options for your services, this looks like a great option. Now, let's take a look at a different template. And I'm going to scroll down and choose Clove. Clove is one of my favorite templates in Squarespace because I feel like it has a lot of the strategy done for you. So this is for a mental health collective. However, if you're a service provider, this could work for you as well. So again, introducing what you do. What are you? So in our hero sections, we're seeing the same thing. Your differentiator here, a little bit about what you offer. And their services are listed here with images and learn more. Meet our team. This could be about you. Again, testimonial. They're pulling in some blog posts here. Get started today and book a consult takes you to the get started page, book a consult. For about, this can be more about you and what sets you apart. For services, you could add your services here, or you could create a drop down menu where you just duplicate this page for each of your services. Team, maybe you don't need a team page. You could just remove that. Blog, if you're looking for a blog, this has one built in. You can add it to any other site. The contact page is here. And of course, get started was that book a consult. And our footer is pretty similar too. We're not seeing a big push for email marketing here. You can always add that. So as you're looking for these, think about what pages you would use, how it's set up in terms of the structure of the site. See if that matches what you have in mind to share about your business. Now, come back and pick whichever one of these works for you, right? Maybe this subscription model is a better fit for you. Maybe you have a shop, you want to add that, or maybe you have a blog and you want to work with that. So, whichever option you choose, base it on your needs for the information that is on the site. Now, let's say I'm building out a website for a coach. They need a blog, they need a services page, they need an about page, a contact page, and a link to book a consult. This seems like the right place to start. If it's someone who has locations, a shop, joining a membership, then Klipsan is the right place to start. So again, don't worry about what it looks like. And I'm going to show you now just how easy it is to change that. So let's say you're starting with Clove. I'm going to just change up this homepage for you to let you see how easy it is to make this look different. So I'm going to create a site like this. We're going to start with Clove. Squarespace is going to set it up for me. And I'm going to go in and make some changes right off the bat. So let's say that this is a personal trainer, more like Klipsan, personal trainer. So let's edit this section. We're going to change the background image right off the bat. I'm going to just browse stock images, but you might have your own to add here. And I'm just going to say personal trainer. And I like this. We've got some fun colors here in this image that I want to pull in for this website. So we've got the pinks and the reds and the blues, and I think that feels really fun. So I'm going to change the color palette here. We can go in and change it here, or if we go back to site styles and you just click on colors, there are some recommended color palettes right here. This looks really fun. Feels different already, right? And let's go ahead and change the fonts. Same, if I click on fonts, there are going to be some suggested font packs here. Let's change it. All right, now it's getting more of that Klipsan feel, but I'm not having to create different pages and structure my pages. So this is how I recommend you start. Choose a template that has the pages and the sections that you need, and then you can so quickly change the fonts and the colors. So you can play around with the colors and the fonts, but start with the site structure. Now, if you are considering Squarespace, Drop a note in the comments and let me know what template you're thinking about using. If you are a blogger, I really love Rally. I think that's a great way to showcase your blog posts on your homepage. Clove is my go to for service providers. For shops with memberships, Klipsan is a great place to start. You can really just go crazy in here. There are so many options. But again, go through and narrow it down based on the type of website you want, and then go in to any of these, look at the demo site, look at the pages, look at the layouts. If that feels right to you, start there. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you found this helpful, and I wish you all the best with your website.